Hello everyone, it's Chris aka Leitaka, and it's time for this week's haul video. It is May 24th, and this is the last week's. My price point for most things was $1, and I'm going to start with what seems to be my disappointment. I got this cute rockin' flower in its box, and I just put what I believe are new batteries in it, and it does not seem to be responding to sound. Ooh. So I'm going to play around with it a bit and see if I can get it to work or not. But the last one I had sold pretty well, but it was working. It was a yellow one. This one is kind of a reddish orange. It looks really red on my side, but on camera it looks orange. I paid $5 for that because how well I did last time, but now I'm like gonna have to play around with it. My one find for myself, I paid $2.50 at Salvation for this copy of The Splendid and the Vile by Eric Larson. It's one of the few of his I haven't read yet. So it's a saga of Churchill family and defiance during the Blitz. I paid $1 each for these Scotty tall glasses with the plaid on them. So $1 each. I was a little upset, but we had to drive like 18 miles one way to get to that sale. Paid $1 for this Gunga. This one says, "Beware, Gunga loves you," and it has a sheriff. I do wonder at one point if he had a hat to go with this as a sheriff. He does have one little stain on here, but that does kind of show his age. These are from like the 70s into the early 80s. This is probably like the 6th one I've found over the years. Haven't found one in a while. One of their features is they have their thumbs that they can put in their mouths, but with this sign here, it's really hard to actually do it, I found. And they glued the sign on to him, so I'm like, you can't actually remove it to actually fit his finger in there, which is interesting. You can just barely touch it. It just happens to get in the way a little bit. And then, because my Ford Mustang did decently for a planter, this is the same Teleflora company. This one is a Chevy truck, a 3100 planter. It's a little dirty, but that makes sense. If it was a planter, someone might have actually had dirt in it at one point. It does have some interesting drain holes at the bottom, even though I don't see any drain holes in the truck bed. But I like the Chevy blue. It's showing up really Chevy blue on screen. It's more of a teal in the light that I have here. It's kind of interesting, the color differential. My best deal of the day, the guy charged me $0.25 for this Charlie Brown and the Christmas tree ornament, still in box. That's my best deal of the day. Paid $1 for this zombie piggy, which I'm going to list with the other piggy that's been sitting on my shelf for like 8 months. That's more of a robot piggy. It's a book series called Piggy, it's meant to only have one ear because it's a zombie. So definitely put that. I broke down and got another Star Wars puzzle, only this one is the latest generation of Star Wars, so it's got Rey and Finn and all of them on it, and Kylo Ren, but it's got lightsabers and ships. And this series is generally pretty good. They did also have another Mando and Grogu puzzle that I left behind because I haven't done the one I have yet. So, but this one's 1,000 piece, and it may or may not be foiled. I can't tell, but for $1. Also for $1, I just grabbed this cute little like wheelbarrow. If nothing else, it'll look cute in Dad's village somewhere. It just caught my eye as something different. Doesn't have any markings on it, so. And then we went to another rummage sale where that had a bunch of collectibles, and man, he had all the old school Star Wars figures from like the 80s into 90s, but not quite into the new era, because if he'd had the droid pack for Ahsoka, I would have so bought it there because it's on my list. But he had some cool stuff, so I got this one. It is a Ford pickup truck, 1940 style, but in purple. Looks more blue on camera, but it's definitely purple in real life. And it's meant to be a Christmas ornament. although there is a removable grip clip can be used with most other Johnny Lightning vehicles. So die-cast metal body and chassis, authentic Coca-Cola graphics, looks great on your tree. So I got this one because it had the polar bears on it. And then this one isn't an ornament. It's an official, like, 1/64 die-cast scale. Still in the thing of a delivery van. A 1965 Ford Ecoline delivery van, but this one has the design with the Sprite on it. So they conveniently put a magnified version of it on the back. So I only pay $1 each of those. I don't know. We'll see if I sell them or not. Worst case scenario, I'll open them and put them in the Christmas Village again. I love accessorizing that with little cars and people and that. So that is everything. Again, the puzzle I'll do, and then as long as all the pieces are there, I will list it on eBay. All the puzzles go on eBay because they almost all are too modern to list on Etsy. So if you can tell it's a more modern thing, it definitely will end up on eBay. The Ganga will probably end up on Etsy because I've already done several listings through there on that, so I can copy an old listing. And the Coke ones, if I put them up, they'll be on eBay because they're newer. They're newer than 20 years. Even though the models they're based on aren't. All right, well, that's it. Thanks. I'm going to go fiddle with the rock flower and hope I can get it to work. It's not like it plays music. It responds to your sound. So like the last time I tested one of these, I sang Move It in King Julian's voice. So we will see. I will have to play around with this. All right, just a quick video. Thanks for watching.